So they have responsibilities. So even if they could fight a good battle here or there, they'd always be, you know, weighted down with their family. So sooner or later, that would determine things. So when he was desperate, the people, it was winter and they were being hunted, they were starving, he had to come in. And there was a scuffle or something in the guardhouse at the Fort Robinson where he was taken in, and they were trying to disarm him. He didn't want to give up his arms. I think a soldier bayoneted him in the back. And that was, that's what he's bitter about here. But you see, what I'm trying to say from the beginning here is his bitterness is not as, not the kind of bitterness you feel in reading James Baldwin or Malcolm X. He kind of accepts this as part of the world, and he protests about it, but it doesn't depress him to that extent, I think. He still feels that there's something for him to, you know, to contribute, to live, to do things. It's, he has that kind of a very buoyant spirit, I think. That's, again, from my standpoint, what I've been trying to recommend in reading these things, that you should let your spirit be buoyant if you can, accepting the fact that adversity happens to a lot of people, and maybe you more than others, but still. Well, okay. I got to move along here. I would love to read this all out loud as much as I could. Chapter 8, The Fight with 3 Stars. I just want to get you into these things. These are great, great narratives here. I think you're page 71 or so. When the Wasichus saw us, they put their wagons in a circle and got inside with their oxen, and we rode round and round them in a wide circle that kept getting narrower. This is the best way to fight because it's hard to hit ponies running fast in a circle. We always think that circling the wagons is the best way to fight. He's saying the best way to fight is to ride around the circle so they can't hit you. It's interesting. I can't read it all, but all these people get together. They were great men, for instance, page 72, like Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull and Gaul. These are Indian chiefs of that time. Hump, Spotted Eagle, Dull Knife. And this is their battle cry here. I can't say it myself. So they felt it was a good time to make a Sundance around that time. Scouts were sent out in all directions to guard the sacred place. So now here he describes the Sundance for you. Sitting Bull, who was the greatest medicine man of the nation at the time, had charge of the dance. Purify the people and give them power. So Sitting Bull, you see, was not a war chief, like we think of him. He was a medicine man. War chief were people like Crazy Horse. We think, oh, Sitting Bull is the great Indian warrior. No, he's not an Indian warrior at all. He's a spiritual leader. He prepares the Sundance. Takes care of the families while there others are fighting. And he describes who takes part in this Sundance. The holy men go out and find a wakachun, a holy tree. I don't think this is much different from those of you who have Christmas trees. And I'm sure the tradition goes back to Central Asia someplace. Both traditions, Christmas trees and Sundance trees. I know that we like to think that our Christmas trees are unique or something like that, but they're really pagan, I wouldn't say symbols, but practices. I mean, Christmas is coming. What has Christmas to do with Jesus Christ? I mean, a Christmas tree. It has nothing whatever to do with Jesus Christ at all. It's a northern symbol, a northern tree. And obviously originally celebrated a northern rebirth of the sun festival of some kind. It's absolutely the same with reindeer and all the rest. But what a certain kind of Christianity did, not all kinds of Christianity, they were willing to absorb local symbols and amalgamate them. For instance, we'll see in the Lawrence book about the fish. Why is Jesus called the fish? And he'll explain to you all about what the fish meant in the pre-Christian world as a subterranean creature that, well, he'll explain it better than I can. Lawrence is really good at that. And what's an Easter egg? Lawrence will explain the Easter egg to you too, because it's an Etruscan symbol of resurrection, but that's long before Christianity. It was in the pre-Christian world. It had to do with the resurrection